Hi, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a lesson on filet crochet. Filet crochet is typically done with double crochet stitches, and you create blocks, and the blocks are often referred to as open blocks and solid blocks, or solid squares and open open squares. And to create an open square, you do a double crochet and then you chain 1 or 2 and then you skip, so that creates an open space. And to do a solid square, you're going to be double crocheting all the way across the section. So this is a pattern that you could practice with once I teach you your basics of filet crochet. And this is called the Cafe Curtain, and this is from Premier Yarns. And to make this curtain, they used afternoon cotton yarn, which is a number 3 sport weight yarn. And this yarn comes in, I think it was 20 plus colors, and those are solids and variegateds. And it is machine wash, but it's dry flat. And this curtain is 30 inches by 30 inches, and it has little tabs at the top for hanging on the curtain rod. So I've used this yarn for other projects and I just love it. And it's nice because it's 100% cotton, and it's so it's great for heirloom stuff especially, and for like babies, and it's real soft and everything, and the colors are really nice. So the links to everything are listed below, and I'm going to take you to a close-up now for a lesson in filet crochet. Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, it's Christina from maggiescrochet.com, and I'll be showing you how to make this cafe curtain today. I'm just going to make a little sample for you. So I've only got 38 stitches here. You'll start with a chain of 166 stitches. And once you've got that, you're going to start by double crocheting in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, here's the 4th one right here. I'm going to yarn over. Go right into that stitch, grab a loop, pull it through. I have 3 loops on my hook at this point, and I'll pull through 2 and then pull through the last 2. So there I have one double crochet, and these chains that I skipped, I'm going to count them as a double crochet too. So technically 1, 2. And then I'm just going to double crochet in each chain across. That's going to give me kind of a nice foundation row to work the rest of my pattern off of. So I'm just going to do 1 double crochet in each chain stitch across, and then I'll come back and show you row 2. So at the end of row 1, you will have 164 double crochets. Like I said, I'm only doing a small sample, but this gives you just a nice kind of base row to work on. Have a good foundation to start before you do all the filleting. So for row 2, we'll start by chaining 3 and turning. Double crochet in the next double crochet. So this one counts as a double crochet, it counts as the one on top of that. So we're going to work into the next one. And then we'll work a double crochet in each of the next 16 double crochets. That'll get us about halfway across. And then we're going to do a chain 1, skip the next chain, double crochet in the next one. So let's pretend I'm to that point now. I would chain 1, skip the next double crochet in the next one, just like that. And that'll create these kind of little windows. So I'm going to do 16 double crochets and then that chain 1 double crochet 8 times, ending with a double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches here. So I'm going to do row 2. I'll come back and show you how to move on. So there's row 2. You can see on this side how we've got the 16 double crochets, and then over here the chain 1 and double crochet creates these little windows here. For row 3, again chain 3 and turn, double crochet in the next double crochet, and then we'll double crochet in the double crochet and chain 1, and do that a total of 8 times. So there's 1 double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, and chain 1. So basically we're just keeping our little windows lined up on this row. So we'll do that 8 times. That'll take us all the way across. And then when we get back to our 16 double crochets, we're just going to double crochet in the top of each one of those again. So row 3 just kind of carries on and mirrors row 2. So I will do row 3, come back, show you row 4. So that's the end of row 3. See how my windows kind of stack up there? And then, you know, I still got all my just regular double crochets over here. Round 4 is a little bit different. We're going to start a different pattern. So we'll chain 3, turn, double crochet in the next double crochet. And then we'll do a double crochet in each of the next 4 double crochet. We're not going to go all the way across the whole 16 this time. Just 4. That's 3, so 1 more. Then we're going to chain 1, skip the next double crochet in the next one, and do that a total of 4 times. So we're creating new windows over here. On top of where previously we had just solid double crochet, we're making some new little windows. 3 and 4. And then we'll double crochet in each of the next 4. So these right here. So we'll have this little solid bit. Three and 4. The next bit is chain 1, double crochet in the double crochet. So this is similar. This is, you know, we're keeping the pattern going here. But we're only going to do that twice. So I've got 2 windows. And then I'm going to kind of fill in and make this solid. I'll double crochet in the chain 1 space, just go right underneath that chain and work your double crochet. Chain 1 space, and then in the double crochet a total of 4 times. So that's 1. 2. 3. And then this is the 4th time. So now we've got the beginning of solid instead of all our little windows. Then we'll chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet twice. And then end our row with 2 double crochets. So filet crochet is basically making patterns with the little open spaces like we've got here, what I've been calling the windows, and the solid spaces. So here at the end of row 4 you can see it's starting to kind of take shape. So there's several more pattern rows, but they all follow the same principles. You've got, you know, kind of your buffer, 2 doubles on each side, and then your pattern worked in the middle, and you'll alternate between working these solid sections where you double crochet in every stitch and your open sections where you chain 1 and then double crochet in the next one. So I'm going to do a couple more rows, then I'll come back and show you how to do some of the edging for this piece. So here's my little sample of the cafe curtain. What I did here was rows 1 through 9, and then just to make it look nice, I did just double crochets all the way across to kind of give it a finished look. So rows 10 through 18 would continue on this pattern, but this kind of open square here would be on top of this closed square here. So they would just kind of flip-flop each other to continue the pattern. So hopefully that gives you the idea of what it's going to look like, but I wanted to show you the edging real quick. So first we'll start with the bottom edging. So take your same yarn And we'll just start that on our hook with a slip knot. And we want to be working on the right side, which is this side, but be working into the bottom edging. So I'll just flip it over like this. And as I go, I'm going to hold this tail from where I began up against the work and work over that as well, so that I don't have to weave this in later. So you can either choose to work over it as you go or weave it in with a needle later. Either is perfectly fine. So working into these unused loops of the starting chain, we're going to join with a slip stitch to the first chain. So there's our slip knot right there. So there's where we know our very first chain is. So we'll just get our hook to slide right on in there, grab a loop, pull it through, pull that through the loop already on your hook, and that way you are joined. We're going to chain 3, double crochet in the next chain. So see here, when I did the first row, I worked into 1 loop of the starting chain. So there will be 2 loops waiting here for me to work into. So I'm just going to yarn over, go under both of those strands there, and work my double crochet just like that. Let's see, next we'll do a picket, and a picket can be different for each project, so you always want to check and see what your picket for your particular project is. For this one, it's going to be chain 3 and then slip stitch in the top of the last stitch you worked. So that's in the top of this double crochet. So after I chain 3, I'm just going to go right in the top of there and do a little slip stitch, and that leaves this kind of little point that we call a picket. We're going to double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So yarn over, here's the next one right here, and again I'm holding that loose tail up next to my work so I can work over it. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we'll work another picket. So chain 3 and slip stitch in the top of the last stitch worked. And we're just going to do that all the way across, and you should end with 2 double crochets left, and you'll just do a double crochet in each of those. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this across, and I'll come back and show you row 2. So here's row 1 of the bottom edging, and you can see we've got these little pickets all the way across. For row 2, we'll start by chaining 5. And we're going to count this as 1 double crochet and 2 chains. Turn. We're going to skip the next 2 double crochets. So we'll skip this one, and then we'll skip this one with the picket in the top, and then in the next one, right in between these 2 pickets, we'll work a double crochet. So we create these kind of little windows for the pickets to live in. After you double crochet, you'll chain 2, skip the next 2 doubles, and then in the next one, again right in between the pickets, you'll work another double crochet. So you'll just continue doing this all the way across and double crochet in the last double crochet of the row. For row 3, it's going to be really easy. Of course, you'll have gone all the way across, but you'll chain 1 and turn, and then in each of the chain 2 spaces, you'll do a single crochet, 3 double crochets, so 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more single crochet, all in the same chain 2 space. And then you'll do that in each one across. So this space here as well would also get a single crochet, 3 double crochets, and then another single crochet to give you this nice little ruffle on the bottom edge. So do row 2 all the way across, and then you'll come back and do row 3 all the way across. And then when you're done, you can go ahead and finish off and weave in your ends. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back and show you how to do the top edging with the hanging loops so you can actually use your curtain. So here's the finished bottom edge of your curtain. And the only thing left to do is put some tabs on the top so that you can stick a curtain rod through that and hang it. So we're just going to start with the right side facing us. And in the top of the last row that you worked, we're going to join with a slip stitch. So just go right into the top of that double crochet, pull loop through, and pull that through the loop already on the hook, and then you're joined. You're going to chain 3 and double crochet in each of the next 7 double crochet. So counting that chain 3 as a double crochet, which we've been doing, you'll have 8 double crochets. And then at the end of the row, you're just going to chain 3 and turn and double crochet in each stitch across for a total of 10 rows. So you're just going to have a 8 stitch by 10 row little solid thing of double crochets here. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and finish off leaving a long end, and you'll fold that little tab over and sew it to itself so that you have a little loop to hang a curtain rod through. So that's 8 stitches. Like I said, I'll do that for a total of 10 rows, and then just fold it over and sew it to itself to create a little loop to pass the curtain rod through. Well, guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions about this project, you can certainly leave them down in the comments below. And in the description, you'll find the links to everything you need for this project. Thanks for watching.